I always had a problem with the West Coast with how they decorated it, and they always said gangster rap.
Yeah.
So I always knew it was a difference between hip hop and rap. Do you know the difference between hip hop and rap, or do you have an idea what you think it is?
I mean, I just call it hip hop.
Yeah, so I don't never understood why they call it.
Just because
They always call it
niggas talking about
gangster
busting
rap.
and shooting and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
but
type of shit.
why they call it gangster rap instead of gangster hip hop?
I mean, we rapping. What James Brown
Y'all
saying?
had bars,
I can
though.
dig rapping.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas took it from there.
Y'all had bars though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
we
would think
learned
they should
from
call
that.
it G hip hop instead of G rap. You know what I'm saying?
Gangster hip hop. That's what I call it.
And gangster hip hop.
Yeah, G for the G funk and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I learned everything I learned from Warren G.
Right,
That's my teacher, Warren G. and Dr. Dre.
right.
Warren G taught me how to use the drum machine when I stole it. You know what I'm
He
saying?
ain't tell me you stole it.
Yeah, you know how back in the days, like studios like this, we used to a place called SIR where they rent shit.
Yeah.
So it was on Death Row. I told him, rent me 2 drum machines, 2 MP60, an M1, a mold. I'm taking that shit home. Let them deal with the bill.
And you never came back?
Never came back with it. Still got the shit. That's what I remade for right now with the Juno 106 and the Mood. You know what I'm saying?
so you ran off on the
I
bill.
stole all my
plug.
equipment. I still got it to this day.
Legendary.
Yeah.
First age you started making music would have been.
I was 7. I was
7.
DJing.
Okay, same.
I'm a DJ.
Yeah.
My name was Young DJ, Young Jedi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I stole all my shit from the VIP.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the trash out, Cal. I got a pyramid mixer, you know, the wood one?
Yeah.
With the fader that go up like that, turntables in the trash. And then I would take my shit to the park with the speakers and DJ, you know what I'm saying, have my homeboys, and then I got into it with them, and that's how I became a solo artist.
Oh wow. You had the equipment, you stole that, but where'd you get the records from?
VIP. You know, in my auntie's house, you know, everybody had vinyl back then.
Yeah, you just go to, hey auntie, eat, and
She wouldn't even know I'm gone. That was a good thing.
So at 7 you was DJing, and then you became a solo artist around what age?
10.
10? Damn, you got the same life as me. I started early, and then I was rapping and making beats around 10.
And then Snoop used to come by all the time, and I had a raccoon hat, and he had a Kango. He like, that's trade. You know what I'm saying? So I gave him the coon hat. I took the LL hat.
Why y'all wanted to trade?
I mean, he wanted to trade with me. He bought me some donuts. You know what I'm saying? It was a donut shop. You know
Y'all buy you some donuts. Let me get the raccoon hat.
Most definitely. Me and Snoop, you know, we like brothers. You know what I'm saying? We cousins, but we grew up together.
Yeah. I see my cousin Keith is here. We the same way. When I was little, I used to be the Dr. Dre. He used to be the Snoop. I used to make all the beats, and he used to rap on the beats. And
That's
shit.
what I used to do. I used to DJ, and Snoop used to rap.
Yeah, it's dope. How did Warren come into the picture? I know y'all were very young and y'all family members. How did he come in and kind of just be like, yo, was it like, you know, when I was talking to him, it was more like, well, y'all trying to get out the hood, or y'all really just was into music, y'all ain't care about nothing? Like, did he come and say, yo, I think you special, you should make beats? Or he just was like, yo, I want you to stay out the streets and make these beats?
Now he'd be like, he looked for talent and see what it is, you know what I'm saying, and like keep on going. But we always was going to him because he was always going around NWA and shit, coming back with the jackets and shit, with the AK-47s on it and shit. And then he used to come back with the Easy Does It albums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And have shit that we didn't have, you know what I'm saying? And like, damn, we like, nigga, hook that up. And Warren G done gangbang, but he ain't no punk. But he used to say, I'm going home.
Right.
And niggas is shooting, killing, robbing, and all that shit and feuding. He want to walk home. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. And then, you know, so, you know, just growing up like that, and then, you know, with Snoop, and then that's when the DOC used to come drop Snoop off.
Right.
And all we used to see was the back of his truck with his face on it, riding off. We missed him.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Damn.
And then later on, we used to do mixtapes with Warren G. He always put us on some like N&M, so, you know. And then next thing I know, Deep Cover come out.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? And then everybody was on. Corrupt, me, Rage, RBA, Jewels.
Yeah, I noticed that around I talked to Terrace Martin. I always do these
Shout
references.
out to Terrace, I just talked to him.
And Terrace was telling me that 808 started in the West Coast, really. You
808
being from Miami, I mean, and being down there.
Yeah.
How do you agree with him saying that 808 started that early 80, 84?
It was
With
an
boom?
it was an 808 rolling drum machine. Everybody had one. You know what I'm saying? The first one I seen actually was from Dr. Dre.
Mhm.
When we used to sample from his drum machine. Boom. Then you got the cadence where you make it go boom.
Right.
Like that. So, you know, and then Miami, I was just learning how because they was pitching their shit off of SP 1200.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then everybody on the West Coast was using an MP60, the box one. I still got that one. And I got the MPC62, the 3, the 3.5 with everything else they came out with.
You had all of it.
I bought the last 2 though.
Why you buy the last 2? Why didn't you just steal them?
Nobody had it. You know, like them little ones right now. Right now, them little ones is up for grabs.
They everywhere.
If they sitting around, they got.
So Warren taught you mostly how to make the beats. How far into it were you like, I'm gonna just start doing my own shit and start producing for people around the neighborhood? Or
started out with a girl called Paradise, Suge Knight girlfriend.
Okay.
If you listen to that deep cover soundtrack, it's a song on there called Down for My Nigga. Snoop wrote that. And after that, we started producing for her. And then we was in Solar Records. You heard of Solar Records, right?
Sure.
Motherfucking Babyface, Whispers, Lakeside, Foster Silver, all of them. And I was taping over them niggas' tapes. And that's when Dick Griffey come in and said, what you taping on? I said, I'm taping over a tape. I'm learning how to do this shit.
What was you doing,
Because I seen Dr. Dre do it.
Oh, okay.
Because Dr. Dre would take what he got off the drum machine, put it on the tape.
Right.
Then he'd come in and add live bass.
Right.
Live guitar, strings, and all other kind of shit, scratching this. And I'm like, okay, shit.
Right.
I can take it in here and put my shit in there. So when I say something hype, I can add shit to make it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just started learning that. And that was 2-track, analog.
Yeah.
It's the difference now, y'all. Analog, digital.
Yep.
I still run my shit through a 2-inch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I get that field bass shit.
Right.
Along with that, and then it all makes sense. You know
explain that. Why is it that you want to still stay with the tape? And it's a lot of work to work on the tape. You know what I mean?
If you're using tape.
Right.
But I just run it through them 2 channels.
Oh, you run through the channels and then there.
Yeah, okay. And then sometime I would, them tapes was $250 a wop.
Right. Right.
Them expensive tapes. You know,
Right.
if you wanted to record, you had to get up 250.
Yeah. And you had to cut them. You're
losing.
You know
got to sync, and you can only get 3 songs on there.
Yeah, that. So you anti-digital, or you still?
I'm all digital.
You all digital now.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that shit no more. I just run shit through there, knock that shit out, and I use a lot of programs and shit. You just gotta know how to work them motherfuckers and use them. And you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of plugins and keyboards and shit from Sweetwater.
You're right.
I mean, anything type of using music to record on, anything, I'm gonna use it.
Right. Before I want to get into the DPG, first check you got for making a beat, how much was that?
$25,000.
Woo! That early?
Yeah. Sunset
you
Park.
Was rich.
Sunset Park. We blew that in a week though. We was smoking weed, all kind of shit. We didn't know nothing about taxes.
I mean, but weed
shit
ain't cost that much.
We was buying pounds though. Oh. We was smoking. We wasn't buying no sacks and shit. We was buying pounds. It was like $7,000-$8,000 a pound.
Damn.
California, you know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
Back then.
Damn, you ran through the 25 in a week.
But we was still getting money though, because that was just one beat. You know, I'm doing 5 or 6. I'm the producer.
You was doing independent stuff too, like brown paper bag money,
yeah,
right?
All that too. You know what I'm saying? Getting them niggas in the street, you know what I'm saying? But I was chopping them down 15-10.
Woo.
Cash, you know, it's a difference when you got that cash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
how many compositions of the beats at that time were you making, or were you just working with artists? I know a lot of people, and even in these days, people hand out beat tapes, they hand out stuff. I've always seen you in a certain environment where you need to be there with the artist.
Yeah.
You need to create there. Was it a beat tape thing, or was it like, yo, pull up to the studio, I'm gonna work with you?
No, I just make some shit and I have them come in and listen to it. Because I don't know who gonna get it. I'm a beat maker, producer, musician in the morning. I make all my music in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Fresh up, bam, bam. When I hit that blunt and and start hearing all them sounds and going through the records. See, back there, they didn't have sounds and shit that we could
Facts.
grab. We had to go each record. All right, cool. Let me get that.
Yeah.
Okay, from the back to the front, hi-hats, everything, you know what I'm saying? And then if they didn't have the money, somebody else was getting it.